Hello everybody, I'm out with Kylo, our Aussie Doodle, and oh my gosh, miracles happen because he is out off leash walking with me in heel. Drop off day, it was hard to imagine this session, but they always get there. So this session with me, all off leash, is really the final step before we take him off property. We need to know that the dogs can do it here on our street, outside, off leash, before we start taking them to more exciting, distracting places. If they can't do it here, we got some more work to do. And that the same goes for you at home. Practice it on your street, your driveway, your house before you take them to more distracting places. Right now, let's talk about our e-collar heel. Notice I'm not restraining him with a leash. Okay, lots of dogs are constantly pulling, constantly being restrained. But with e-collar, you're talking to your dog with this collar, okay? So we're constantly in communication with them, for better or for worse. So if you're restraining with a leash, you're telling your dog, keep pulling, that's gonna get you where you need to go. But with e-collar heel, we've taught him that we want him to walk at our left side, slightly behind, in this imaginary bubble we've created. If he moves out of that bubble, the e-collar turns on. So he'll hold himself accountable for staying there. And I can walk for miles like this. Right there, I tapped my tone. He got distracted by something back there. Tapping the tone, which is a beep by his ear, teaches him, actually he knows what to do with that, close the gap by coming back to your space. And this space is always his safe spot. Tap the tone again. See how he gets distracted by a pine cone? But a simple tap on the collar gets him right back to me. Now, if he ever starts to ignore that beep, because it can get watered down if it's used too much, tap the stem, right? That's why you've got both. I know I keep hitting you in the head with my lanyard. He's come such a long way. So much hard work has gone into this. You have no idea. It's just so, with dogs who come in pulling so hard, so out of control, barking, whining, to get from that to this, so much hard work. He is such a joy to walk. I feel like I could walk him for miles like this. You can go at any pace too. If I wanted to run, I could run. If I wanted to walk slower, I walk slower. He matches my pace, okay? Because he's taught, never let that left leg out of your sight. So right here, I'm gonna tap the tone. See how that? It brings him right back to my leg. Good boy, look at that shadow. You can really tell he's in the right position. So, e-collar heel, pretty simple. If your dog is in the right spot, no e-collar, and you can say good. If they leave the spot, you can tap the tone. If they ignore the tone, tap the stem. Okay, let's see, if I stop, he stops. This is a good tell to see if he's paying attention. If I come to a stop on the walk and he shoots past me, he's not really paying attention, it's a good time to click the stem, okay? Good, now I can tell him stay. The way that we keep the stay working so well is we correct him if he does not stay and we praise if he does stay. So if I were to say stay and walk away and he would follow me, I would say N-O and I would click the collar and he would go back into his stay. Let's try a D-O-W-N. Down. What a good boy. Now notice when he listens to me immediately, I do not click the collar because he listened. So he escaped the collar turning on and he gets my praise and I'm gonna give him a good pet. Good boy. I said good boy, buddy. Good job. So we've got our down stay, which is very practical. You can literally use it anywhere. Vet, waiting room, grooming room, waiting room, car. I heard some whining. Whining is complaining. I would rather be wild and crazy instead of being held into this downstay. We've got to correct the whining. It's the final step to getting your dog, your everywhere dog, where you can take them wherever you want, have them listen without complaint. And a dog who listens without complaint is truly one you can do more with. So I clicked twice, I'm at a 4 for that whining and it stopped. What a good boy. So, downstay, same concept. Praise if they're listening to you, correct if they're not. Good job. So we'll be taking this show on the road next week. So all these skills that he can do here, he's gonna be generalizing it and doing out in public. We're gonna practice a recall here. So recall is getting your dog from wherever they are, point A over to you, point B, okay? We do that with the verbal paired with the tone. Okay, here's my neighbor, so I'm actually gonna walk back over to him, let my neighbor walk back by. Good job. This collar works up to 1/4 mile away. So the tone, once you tap that, he'll hear that on his collar by his ear, right? So he'll hear that and understand, oh, I need to go find the person calling me. So we're gonna tap the tone and give the verbal. Come, good boy, stay. Good job. He comes to me, he stays. He doesn't come and run past me. He doesn't come and jump on me, and he doesn't come and arc back around and go back out where he was. He comes and stays. And then from here, I can either put him back in the walk, I can put him back into another stay, or I can release him. But the important thing is that he comes and waits for the next direction. Heel, let's put him back into the walk. He snaps right back into that position, right next to my left leg. To do that, all I did was say heel, tap the tone, and start walking. And then almost immediately you can look down and make sure he's in the right position and go from there. Good job. Sit. Good boy. I stop. He sits. Stay. And then we're going to release him. Break. Good job. All right. Then another thing we always do at every threshold, in or out, any threshold, the crate, the car, gates, anything like that, is always have him wait for permission. So when I open this up, he doesn't just bolt in. He looks up at me and waits for permission to go inside. Good boy. Break. Good boy. Place. And then the last thing we do to finish off our walk is come in, and instead of coming in and unhooking the leash and letting him roam all around the house, follow you everywhere, we come in and we settle on the place command.